Hi guys, welcome to the live sessions with College Pond. We are here with Shubham Holani today. He has just recently graduated from Georgia Tech and you're currently working, right? Shubham, can you just
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about yourself?
yeah. So my name is Shubham Holani. I've done my master's in structural engineering from Georgia Tech, and I've graduated in fall 2020. And I've just started working as a project engineer, as a structural engineer at Ellenwood Mercado Consulting Engineers, it's based in Atlanta. And it's been like 10, no, not 10, 7 weeks since I've started working. So yeah, it's been kind of less stressful now
So how has
while
your
working.
experience been all the while that you were there in US? How is the experience all in all?
It is very new, and you have to be like independent in each and everything you do. You don't have any support from everyone, though everyone is very helpful here, faculty, the groups here, your friends, family, everyone. But all you have to do is on your own. So that's a bit of a journey, but then it's all is well that ends well, and it's still going on, and everything is good. So you have to be part of that journey to make it like enriching in the end. So yeah,
Yeah. So, Shubham, what we've done is to for everybody. I know everybody must be having a lot of questions about Georgia Tech or about going abroad at the moment. So we've collated a
yeah,
few, commonly asked questions, and we'll just, ask you those. And maybe in case anybody
yes,
else has questions, we'll answer them in the comment section later. So
okay.
starting with once you applied to Georgia Tech, what other admits did you have along with Georgia Tech?
I had 6, 7 more admits, such as Purdue University, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, then UCLA, UCSD, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, and I think University of Washington, Seattle. Yeah, and I chose Georgia Tech because so the kind of courses and the flexibility Georgia Tech has, which no one has. Plus, it was ranked two in masters for civil engineering. Currently, is ranked. Currently, also it's ranked two, I guess. Yeah, from the last year's rankings. And another reason for choosing Georgia Tech is the city it is in, Atlanta. It has a lot of construction jobs, so that's what got me interested here.
Okay. So I think the prestige of the college is something that everybody talks about. So what were your parameters while you were finalizing Georgia Tech, and can you talk us through that factor of, brand value or the brand name?
Yeah. So you hear about Georgia Tech being a prestigious university when you're in India, and you're like, okay, that might be a good factor. But you realize that when you come here, and now when I go outside and go to a company, give an interview, and they see that you have done masters in structural engineering from Georgia Tech. So the Georgia Tech name, it has a brand value which I guess very less university has. So it automatically adds an impact to your profile because you have done a master's from there. So it's automatically assumed that you are a bright student and you are a good value for the company. So not only for the company, but wherever you go, if you say you're from Georgia Tech, it's like prestige all around. So that's a big factor in each and everything you do here. So yeah,
Okay.
that's something to consider while choosing a university, I would say.
Okay. So are you in your campus at the moment? Can you show us around the campus?
Yes, I can. Uh, if can I switch the camera?
I think so, yes. There must be an option to flip the camera.
Oh yes.
Yes, we can
So
see
this
that.
is a undergraduate Clough Commons. This is a general undergrad building, but everybody comes here for studying. So you have this no sitting here area for COVID, and you have all the facilities. That's the main building. It's like 5 stories, and that's the space for just studying, hang around. I can't go outside because it's 0 degrees outside right now.
Okay, no problem. So,
Yeah.
talking about the campus, how is the campus life, and what are the extracurricular activities that are usually there around in the campus?
So when I joined Georgia Tech in fall 19, and COVID happened in March 2020. So from fall 19 to March 2020, it was a complete mixture of academics as well as the college life, the extracurricular life, because There are so many events happening every day, and academics has nothing to do with it. You have to go, you don't have to go, it's your choice. But then I feel that apart from studying, this is something very important because it gives you a break from studies. Plus, you get to so when you come here, you obviously miss India, and there's a GT India Club which has a lot of events, and every festival is celebrated so that you don't feel lonely and you don't miss home. Obviously, you do, but then it's something which is very important, and there are number of events happening every day. So that's one thing which is really good about Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Okay. So talking something about the life at Georgia Tech, how is it different from being in India, or how is it different from the colleges here in India?
So there are not a lot of lectures every week. So every lecture is like 3 hours a week. And assuming you take 4 courses, it's just 12, 13 hours of actual lectures. But then everything is self-studying, and you have a lot of assignments, a lot of homeworks, which is original. So you can't copy from anything. So the time you dedicate into studying is a lot more than you dedicate to anything else here. Plus, you have to do everything on your own. You have to cook. You have to go to like grocery store, get stuff, cook at home, wash your utensils, wash your clothes, clean your house. That stuff is it takes like 2 hours every day minimum. And then
Hmm.
apart from that, you have to study. You have to go to campus and attend lectures. So it's all hectic. And I would say you don't get time to uh, you don't get a lot of time to go out, hang out while you're studying. But yeah, weekends are something you can look forward to. But in weekdays, no time.
Okay. So as you were talking about the living, did you stay on campus or were you staying off campus, and how much did you end up spending on living and other activities?
Yeah. So living on campus is generally very expensive everywhere here. It is like $1,100 every month just for the rent and utilities, plus your expenditures differently. But living off campus is if you live in a two-bedroom house with three other people, that means four people in a two-bed house, you end up paying $500 of rent plus utilities. It's accounts for more $100, and then food and everything. So everything comes around 800 or $850 a month, which is kind of normal here. And if you decide to stay alone in a room, then it might cost you like more than 1,200, 1,300 bucks.
Okay. And talking about the safety, is it really safe staying off campus? What would you say about that?
Uh, to be honest, you have to choose a specific spot, and you don't have to go to places which are not good. So generally, seniors are very helpful in these manners. There are some apartments which are really good, and most 90% of the Indians stay in those apartments, and that area is really good. But then you have to avoid going alone late at nights and stuff like that. You can't do that. Plus, you have Georgia Tech services like a shuttle service which drops you from Georgia Tech to your place at nights, so you don't have to linger around at night and just be safe, be
Okay.
aware
Yeah.
because it's not that safe what we feel like, but then it's okay. Like there are measures to prevent that.
Okay. And tell us about how your day used to be like when you had lectures or when you did not have lectures at Georgia Tech.
So when I had lectures, half of my time went goes into going to college, attending lectures, and coming back. And after that, you have to study, and the deadlines are like strict. You can't submit an assignment a minute late or a 1 day late. It's not fined by them. You get penalty for everything. So the day is kind of busy every time. You don't get a lot of time for yourself, but then if you manage your workload, it's okay. It's not bad. And then without lectures, it's a little more comfortable. But then you have your homeworks and assignments to do. Plus, people do on-campus jobs also, so that accounts for a lot of time again, like 20 hours a week or 10 hours a week, whatever you prefer. So I would say my master's life was very, very busy.
Okay. Also, can you talk us through the program that you took? I think you've taken MS in construction management. So can you talk about that? And are you allowed to switch fields for people who are planning to take it from other backgrounds?
So I did not take construction management. It's masters in civil
Civil.
engineering with,
Okay.
yeah, specializing in structural engineering. So construction management, we have two different programs. One is Bcfm, which is building construction and facility management. So it comes in College of Design, and so that is a different college. And my college, civil engineering, is comes into under College of Engineering. And under College of Engineering, you have so many different fields. For civil engineering, you have another like five, six different fields like geotechnical, transportation, structural, and you have something called CISE, construction, infrastructure, and what is it called? I forgot. So it's just like construction management, but the name is different and it comes under civil engineering. So it's two
Okay.
different things. PCFM is different and CIS is different, but it kind of aligns with the same interests. It's your choice wherever you want to apply.
Okay. Also, is academics given a lot of weightage at the university, or is there a good balance between extracurriculars and academics?
So academics and extracurricular, I would say here are two different things. They have nothing to do with each other. Academics will go on and on. It doesn't worry about whether you attend events or you don't. And similarly goes with the events. There are gonna be events all throughout the year. It's your choice. How do you manage your workload, academics, as well as attending the events? So it doesn't align with itself like it does in India.
Okay. Also, were you a part of any of these events, or were you part of any of the extracurricular activities at the university?
No, I did not take part in like I did not become a member of any association, but I made sure I attend events. But like if you're a member, you have to give a lot of time, and honestly, I couldn't do that because of the workload and everything. But yeah, we obviously attend every event because like especially every Indian event, so that you don't miss the festivals in India.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of students must be having doubts about the on-campus jobs and how is the job scenario there. So can you just talk about
Yeah.
the on-campus jobs a little bit?
So there are plenty of opportunities for on-campus job. The only thing is, it is not publicized to a extent where everybody is aware of it. So initially, I had a hard time finding it, but then when you research a lot, when you ask people, you know about so many opportunities, and then I ended up taking a tutor job where I taught mathematics to undergrads, and then I did that for like 6 months. Many of my friends did so many different types of jobs and got paid like so the minimum you get paid is like $10 or $12 an hour, and it goes along till like $20 an hour. Depends on what job you do, and you can do maximum 20 hours a week every week. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, can you talk a little bit about the TAs and RAs and GA opportunities? How easy is it to get a TA and RA?
So it is a very field specific question. So every field has different opportunities. For civil engineering, it is I guess very difficult to get a GRA or GTA. So the difference between GRA, GTA, and RATA is for GRA, GTA you get a tuition waiver, so you have to pay only $5,000 instead of 17,000 to $18,000.
That's good.
And for RATA, you don't get the tuition waiver, but you get paid every hour you work. So it's like not every hour, every month. So it's like 1,100, $1,200 a month.
Okay.
Plus, if I see other courses like computer science or ECE, I see every one of them has a tuition waiver and a GRA GTA. So it is not difficult for them, but then it's difficult for people like civil engineering or industrial design. Like it depends on your field. But if you research enough, you'll get to know how many opportunities are there.
Got it. Also, what is the scope of getting an internship, and what is the scope of getting that internship converted to a full-time job?
Yes. So I'll talk first with COVID and then without COVID. So with COVID, it has been very, very difficult to even find an internship because it happened in March, and then from April from May your internship starts, and you need to find an internship from January. So there, I gave 3 4 interviews. I didn't get any of them because of COVID, and the ones who got an internship, their internship got revoked because of COVID. But to be honest, the job market is way better now. So now, without COVID, it's not hard to find an internship because there are career fairs happening. You get interactions with the companies, and it becomes a little more easier, for internships as well as jobs. And for converting internships, it is again a company thing. I did an internship which was like a co-op thing from I did it in fall 2020 in my last semester. It didn't get convert, but I got other job. So it
Great.
depends.
Okay. Also, talking about the career fairs, how are these career fairs? Are they good? I mean, what have you heard from your seniors?
So career fairs, I've been to 3 career fairs till now. And then every semester there is one career fair, which is the overall Georgia Tech career fair. And there is another career fair, which is your field specific. So if I'm from civil, it will be an ASC civil engineering career fair. And there'll be like, in civil engineering, there are like 40 companies. And for, again, it's branch specific. So in for the overall Georgia Tech career fair, there is like 200 companies, and the companies are not only from Georgia; they are from the entire of the United States. So it's not like only Atlanta companies are coming. It might be like from anywhere around. And the thing about career fair is, it is not something you just go and you find a job. It is for building network, and so if you try to build a network from right from the first semester, you develop a relationship with that person, and then afterwards when you have to find a full-time job, it helps a lot. For example, I got another job opportunity in a city called Seattle, and that company was something which I was looking forward to from every semester. And I talked to that person. He did not respond for the first 2 semesters, but then he responded later, and I got a job.
That's great. I think we're having questions about the COVID precautions that are currently being taken at the campus. So, can you talk about how is the university dealing with this whole COVID situation?
Okay. So currently, till till next summer, it's gonna be entirely online, and there are some classes which are on campus. But president has emailed everybody that campus is gonna reopen this fall, so every course is gonna be offline. And again, it depends on the situation, but I think it's gonna be in person this August. And Georgia Tech has currently, I think everybody is enrolled for the vaccine, and
Hmm.
I got my first shot. I think till that time, everybody will get a vaccine from Georgia Tech,
Okay.
even if you're an alumni or even if you're a student. So I don't think
Okay.
it's gonna be online because everybody will get a vaccine till that time.
Okay. Also, to summarize the entire job situation at the moment, how would you summarize it? How is it going at the moment?
Uh, yes. So the situation was very bad at the time of COVID. Many people did not find a job. Internships got revoked. But after that, from fall 2020, career fairs are happening online, and companies are hiring now. So it is way better. I wouldn't say it is 100% of what it was before, but then I think finding a job is not that difficult if you are persistent about it. And there's a lot of hard work, to be very honest. It's not like India, a company comes to your college and you get a job. It's not like that. You have to email 200 people, follow hundreds of people on LinkedIn, message them. Only 1% of them reply, but then that 1% is where you get a job. So you have to do the hard work. But it's all your hard work. It's not a big deal. But yeah, you get it. I don't see anyone who hasn't got a job, even in times of COVID.
Okay, that's great. So let's take some questions now. Can you talk more about the BCFM course?
Yes. Yeah. So the Bcfm course is a proper construction management course of Georgia Tech. It comes under College of Design. It has courses which are more towards construction management and managerial courses. One difference between BCFM and CIC is since it comes under College of Design, the entire course is a different type of course and it's a professional course. So you have to pay extra tuition for that. And regarding the job market, it's exactly the same as CIC and BCFM. There's no difference. You end up getting a estimator job or a maybe managerial job, but then uh, it's difficult to get a managerial job right now, but side job and estimator jobs, and you get good jobs in both of those. It's just your personal choice on depending on type of courses both these programs offer. You have to contact the department or read the description of the courses and decide. But it's
Okay,
a good course.
since you said it is a professional course, do they only take experienced people or are they taking freshers too in this program?
So it's a combination of both. I've all my friends are from BCFM and they are all undergrads. They have done undergrad with me. So they are all
Okay.
freshers without a job experience in India. But then many of the people in their class are like 35 years old, 40 years old, 28 years old, who
Okay.
have a lot of experience. So it depends. It's again a branch specific thing and a college specific thing.
Okay. So another question is, has the deferral made a difference in the intake this year?
Oh, yes, definitely. So, for example, many people have deferred their admits for last year, and since the university have a quota wherein they only choose, they want cultural diversity in the university, so they'll not like give admits to hundreds of Indians and only one American or one Chinese. It's not like that. They need to have a mix of all of these. So, what I've heard from my friends is the for some programs, if they have given admits to people last year, this year they haven't given admits to any of the Indians or maybe very less because they know that the other Indians are coming in. So out of and since the GRE has been waived off, there were lot of applications, like thousands of applications, and only 40, 50 got selected. So it's like not even 1%, you know,
Okay.
not even 10%. Yeah.
Also, is the GRE waived off for the next intake also, or are they very specific that it's waived off only for fall 21?
I don't think it will be waived off for the next year because since I think 15% of the United States is already vaccinated, and till the end of August or something, I think it might be like more than 90%. So after vaccinations and everything, I don't think they're gonna be. They might waive off for spring 22, but not for fall 22 for sure. So you might
Okay.
have to prepare for the GRE.
So another question is, I plan on applying to Georgia Tech for MS in CS. What are the major factors Georgia Tech looks into for admits?
Um, I think what I've observed from everybody and my friends and their profiles is it is not a specific answer. You have to be consistent with your profile in every manner you can. Some of them get rejected for GRE score, some of them get rejected for any other reason. So important factors are GRE score, academics, and extracurriculars. So everything together is a package, and it's not like something will win you and something won't. It's not like that. It's a mixture of everything.
Yeah. Also, somebody wants to know about your everyday life at Atlanta. How is it?
Right now or while studying, because it's two different things.
They've just said, could you talk about your everyday life at Atlanta?
Okay, so while studying, it's very simple. Get up, make your food, pack your lunch, go to college, attend a lecture, or maybe a couple of lectures, whatever you have in the day. Come back, study, make food, study, sleep. And on the weekends, yes, you have events, you attend those events, or you go out. But I honestly, I've been going out only after my second semester ended. Yes, because I didn't have time in my first and second semesters because it was jam packed and I had a lot of work, like a lot of studies. And then now it's pretty simple because I go to work at like 8:30. I come back at 6:30. Then I have nothing to do. I can just chill. And then on the weekends, Saturday, Sundays off. So that's again nothing to do. You can hang around, you know.
So, have you started going to work or is it still work from home?
No, no, no. I started going to work from like first day of the office. So there are no restrictions like you have to wear a mask in office. That's very common. But then it's very difficult for someone like from my field to work from home at the start because you literally do not know anything at all in the design world. So you have to learn everything from your managers and your principals. So it's what I prefer also, and the company prefers that too. But half of the people in my company are still working from home, or they sometimes work from home, or sometimes work from the office. And some of my friends have got an internship this summer. Their internship is entirely remote, so they're gonna work from home for the entire summer. So it depends on the branch. So someone like from CS or industrial engineering might work from home, but not from my field. I had to go for my internship also in fall 2022 to the office and not remote.
Okay. So there is a question on what made you zero down on Georgia Tech out of the other admits as well.
Mm, so the most important factor was what I considered was the cost of education. Number two is the job scenario in the city. Like Atlanta is a big city and it has a lot of construction jobs. And number three is prestigious value, of course, that matters a lot. And the most important thing is the courses which they offer, because if they do not align with what you want to do in the future, it doesn't make sense to go to that university just because of that brand value or whatever reasons. So the most important thing is the courses and what your interests are, because every college has different types of courses, and you need to decide when you decide college. It's more important to check a course than anything else.
Correct. Also, since you talked about the tuition, how much was the tuition fees and, how much did you end up spending during the entire course?
So since I studied from civil engineering, there was no GRA, GTA, no tuition waivers. Yeah, so all my living expense I could cover by my on-campus job, but my fees was around 16K, 16 grand, $16,000 per semester for the first and second one. For the third one, it was low because I had taken only two courses, so it was around six, so around $40,000 for tuition, and then ended up spending more $5,000 to $6,000 on extra like expenses. So maybe a rough figure around $50,000.
Okay. Which intake should I prefer for MIS, spring or fall?
I don't know about MIS to be honest, but then one difference I can tell you about spring and fall is you need to check with your seniors of that particular field and when you graduate. So it depends on the course and when you graduate. There are some courses which do not have a lot of jobs on that. So if you graduate in spring or fall, plus you have restrictions if you end up taking a spring admit, you cannot do a summer internship because you need to stay in the US for like 2 semesters to do a summer internship. So that's one thing again you can consider. So there are factors like these are the most important ones.
Okay. Could you please talk about placements?
So first of all, placements is not a thing in the US. It's not placements at all. It's just career fairs where companies come and network with you and interact with you and look for your the way you communicate and your profile, and then you have to contact them later, or maybe sometimes they contact you, and it's all networking, and you have to follow companies, their people on LinkedIn, email them, and then you get an interview call, because getting an interview call is much more difficult than getting a converting the interview call to the job to getting a job. So that's one thing which is a painstaking thing, and it's a lot of hard work, but it's not like in India. It's very, very easy.
Okay. Also, what are the types of on-campus jobs that are available?
So there are so many types. What I know of is you can tutor people, because there are a lot of the tutor demand is too much. Plus, some of my friends uh, were a part of some survey wherein they were hired to count number of cars going on the road. So yeah, it's a survey. It's a
Very
transportation
weird.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah, very weird, but yeah, it's a survey. So it's very different types of jobs, and then you can also work in the restaurants here, where you serve, but that's like very low type of jobs. Then you get a lot of assistant jobs where you help a professor and he pays you per hourly. So that's one thing. And what else? Yeah, I mean, and you get desk jobs like student assistant in the campus recreation center or a library or student center or anything like that.
So are the salaries around all of these jobs, common that $10 to $15 an hour, or are some jobs paying, more than that?
Uh, so army jobs mostly vary from 10 to 20. I haven't heard anyone getting more than 20. There might be some, I don't know. But then these desk assistant and these jobs are generally from 10 to $12, which are Georgia Tech sponsored. But if it's a department specific thing and if a professor funds you, then it might be like more. Because if it's a technical job, then it's more. If it's like a
Hmm.
desk assistant job, then it's less. If it's tutor, it's around like $15 an hour.
Okay. So there are some questions in the question section, which are very specific to your program.
Okay.
Reviews of civil department professors, their labs. What about industry collaborations of the professors?
Yes. So civil engineering, the labs are fully equipped, and generally here the professors are really competent with doing the research work. So they need a lot of research assistants as well, and the research is funded by the industry. So there's obviously industry collaboration. Plus, what I found was 90% of the civil engineering professors are really good. There's always one which you don't like and you end up not liking him and you just feel that it can be better, but then trust me, 90% are too good and you cannot expect anything more from a university wherein you have such good professor wherein you ask anything, you ask for any other help or academic questions, they won't hesitate to help you in any manner they can. They reply to emails within hours, which is really good. And you ask questions, you ask anything at all, you ask for a meeting, you go there, you talk to them in person about anything at all. They'll help you in every way you can. For even for jobs, they help you connect with the industry. So and that's not specific to my department. It's for everybody in Georgia Tech. The professors are really, really good.
Okay. There is another question from Shivani itself. Is the academic grading system as bad as they say, like having a B's and not A plus and A minus grades?
So in Georgia Tech, there's no A plus and A minus. That's A, B, and C and D. So it's very simple. Uh,
Hmm.
I remember there's one different thing than in India. In India, we have something called uh, a curve, that distribution curve, wherein you follow that only 5% of people will get A. But in Georgia Tech, if you're a 90 plus, and trust me, 90 plus is not, it seems like it's too much. It's not too much because so professors here value your hard work than your intelligence. Plus, if you, so let's say there's an example for an exam and you don't get the right answer, but all your steps are right and you have done some rough work or, shown that you have got till that point. So he'll give you like, out of 50, he'll give you like 49 points. And it's a point system, not marks. So it's really good. Again, the grading system is not bad. If you end up like paying attention in class, doing the homeworks right, it's not difficult to get an A. And I have all my friends, almost all my friends have for 4.0 GPA. So it's not difficult to go get a 4.0 either.
Okay.
It's not
Also,
bad. The
what?
grading system is not bad at all.
Okay. Uh, what is the class strength? And I'll merge two questions. Are RAs and TAs eligible for a tuition waiver?
So RAs and TAs are not eligible for a tuition waiver, but if you're a GRA and GTA, then you get a tuition waiver. There's a two different thing. It's a graduate research assistant or just a research assistant. So for a graduate research assistant or a graduate teaching assistant, you have to work under the professor. You get a tuition waiver plus you get paid every month, like $1,200, $1,100. Whereas in RA and TA, you get paid per hour, so it's $20 per hour, $25 per hour, whatever you agree with the professor, and it's on how many hours you work. And in GRA and GTA, you have to work as long as the professor wants you to work. It's not like I'll work only
Okay.
5 hours or 20 hours.
Okay.
And what was the other question you asked?
What is the class strength?
Okay. Class strength is again specific for civil engineering. I haven't seen more than 40 people in every class. But in CS, let's say CS, there are like maybe industrial engineering or CS, where you take courses which are friendly for three types of types of courses, two three types of majors. Then you have even have 300 400 people. So it
Okay.
depends again on your profile, but for civil engineering, not more than 40.
Okay. Uh, is the BCFM program as prestigious as construction management, or how would you
Uh,
compare these two programs?
So BCFM is itself a construction management program. What I was talking about CISE, it's a different type of construction management, but it's named like that and it's a part of civil engineering. So yeah, it's a prestige course. Professors are really good, but one thing I found is it's very chill and it's like 50% of the hard work other majors do. So it's very chill, but I'm not like telling against anything against it because the program is set up very good, uh, and it's a personal choice wherever you want to go. And the
Oh,
job opportunities and internships are again, it's exactly the same as civil engineering, nothing more or nothing less. You have to do the hard work everywhere.
okay. How is Atlanta from an Asian perspective currently?
I know this question has been brought up because of some issues happening
I know.
here.
Yeah.
So, and I know it's not good at all. I totally agree with whatever you guys are feeling. But I would say one thing is you don't linger around like here randomly or anywhere. So anything can happen everywhere, anywhere. You don't have any, control over that. But then you have to be careful, and it's obviously it's scaring for us also, for our parents, because something happened which is quite close to my place here, and then yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
then it's it's bad, but then you have to be careful. I won't say that don't come here because of that reason. Not at all. Of course not.
So how is the situation there now? Is it in control?
Yeah, it is in control, and there have been cases wherein these people have, like, done something, and it has come all over the news and everything. But
Yeah.
the police and everything is very strong. They and Georgia Tech has a police department on its own. So if you are in any problem, there are safety apps where you can just click a button and they'll come to rescue you, where a location is shared, and there are so many protective measures you can take. So it's not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. That's great. Uh, I think I have asked you most of the questions. Oh, there is a question about whether you can switch from electrical to CS. I don't know if you can
Oh
answer that.
yes. So United States itself is very flexible in doing like in giving admits to people who want to switch field. You have to just make sure that your SOP and your whatever your profile is built up so that they see that you have interest in that field. It doesn't matter to them what profile you're like, what major it was in undergrad. But then, yeah, it depends on your profile, and it's not hard. It depends on the hard work too.
Do they also consider prior work experience in a similar field? Will that add up in their resume? I mean, will that add up in
Yes,
the profile?
yeah. So if you are, let's say, on your major is X and you work in Y and you want to apply in Y, so that helps. Of course, it helps, and then it proves that you have been working in this and you have an
Correct.
interest.
Yeah. There are questions again about the university's reputation while, you know, choosing an internship or while landing an internship. So can you just talk about that for the people that have joined late?
Yes. Uh, so while searching for an internship or giving an interview, the name of Georgia Tech is so branded, and it's a brand. So whatever you do, you come out of Georgia Tech with a 4.0 or whatever GPA, not only 4.0. So there's a certain value attached to it, and there's always going to be prestige throughout your life that you have graduated from Georgia Tech, and it's gonna add up in every way possible, be it jobs, be it someone personal, and he says that you're from Georgia. I was like, oh, you're from Georgia Tech, so it's like that.
Great. I think all the information that you've given today is going to be quite fruitful, and I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people. Uh, Guys, if in case you have any questions, just type those in the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that has joined today. I'm sure we'll be coming up with more lives on next Friday. We'll connect again.
Yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm happy to help in any way. Yeah,
Thank you. Bye bye. Take
yep.
care.